hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion, ironically, for the anime of Boruto Naruto Next Generation. So obviously, if you have not seen this latest Boruto episode, I highly recommend watching the episode, or at the very least watching the review. That way you get an idea of what actually happened. That way you can see where the dots are being connected. But with all that being said, if you're still here, I'm assuming you're up to date with the anime. So I gotta keep it real with you, man. Like, on this last Boruto episode, one thing that I thought that the writing team did a really good job of in a very subtle way was emphasizing to the viewers, and in particular the viewers who have read the manga, how important of a move that Sasuke just pulled when it came to protecting Boruto. So in the opening of the episode, you had this moment where Boruto is practicing the shuriken, the same shuriken jutsu, the Uchiha style shuriken jutsu that Sasuke taught him back during the versus Momoshiki arc. However, when Boruto throws his shuriken, he throws it with more force than what he anticipated, something that Boruto through muscle memory has done hundreds of times before this. However, the shuriken just shoots all the way through and it cracks, I believe, the board, and it shoots through the actual tree. And the thing is that is karma. Karma does give you a stat boost. However, Boruto's karma has not hit the point of resonance. And the reason why this is so important is the fact that Sasuke gives Boruto a glove. Now, before Sasuke even shows up to Boruto, it's implied that Sasuke was standing behind, because he says, wow, look at you training all by yourself without anybody prompting you. So at the very least, that does let me know that Sasuke was watching, which means that Sasuke did see, wait a second, he threw that with more force than normal, and he doesn't seem like he's more worked up than normal. And while Sasuke doesn't know for sure what that karma seal is, the fact of the matter is that Sasuke does know via shoujoji that there are people who have interest in that seal on Boruto's hand. And so by Sasuke giving Boruto that glove, not only did he keep Boruto from drawing attention to himself, but look at what happens after the fact. Essentially, Sasuke has Boruto protected because as he's interacting with Victor, at no point does Victor see the karma seal. That is huge, because we know that the members of KAR, they're trying to figure out who killed Momoshiki. That is one of the big things that they're trying to figure out. Who did Momoshiki give his karma seal to? Who did Momoshiki turn into his next vessel? Now, the manga readers know that KAR suspects that it's either Naruto or Sasuke. Those are your two most logical conclusions, because they're the two strongest people on the planet, but they're not sure which one has the karma seal. And so when you look at Sasuke, we know at some point Sasuke is going to get checked out by a member of KAR. That's something that happened off screen, so we don't know how that happened, but the fact of the matter is that they're going to narrow it down, which could lead to the point of why in the manga they strongly believe that Naruto had it. So when it comes to Boruto, with him interacting with an inner member in the way that he has, and potentially interacting with another inner member in Deepa, since he's in the land of valleys as well, the fact is that Sasuke's keeping Boruto from unknowingly being hunted down, because the moment that they would have realized that Boruto had the karma seal, that would have been it. This would have been their best opportunity to yank him, because you have Konohamaru, who ain't nothing special. You have Mujino, somebody who's talented, but at the end of the day, he's not gonna be able to stand up to Victor or Deepa. And then when you look at Team 7, it's the same thing. They're powerful, but they're inexperienced. They're still green. We saw that on a few occasions in this episode. So Sasuke made the right move by giving Boruto that glove. That was something that I was suspecting when I saw the episode preview and I saw that Boruto had a glove, but I wasn't sure. And I started to make a video on it last week, but I wanted to wait until we actually saw the episode. That way I can make absolutely certain that this is the direction that they're going. So the only thing that I have to wonder is if at any point Boruto is going to unconsciously use karma at some point. Now, I'm not talking to a point where it's full resonance and he has those markings on his face, but whether or not Boruto gets a strength boost, because Boruto's in a situation where he has two inner members of KAR that he's interacting with. You automatically have Victor. We know that Boruto and Victor are not going to be fighting one another because of what happens to Victor in the manga, but when it comes to Deepa, if you have a situation where Boruto and Team 7 fights him, the only way I can see them even logically making it to where Boruto and Team 7 get the upper hand on Deepa is if at some point Boruto notices a strength increase, or Boruto pumps out more strength than what he's usually capable of, and we as the viewers know that that's Boruto's karma seal. So I think that by covering up that karma seal with that glove, even if something like that happens, nobody who's watching that fight will make the connection that, oh, Boruto has the karma. So that's going to be interesting right there. I like that little small touches they did with Sasuke, and it really just shows you that when it comes to the character Sasuke, he really does care for Boruto. He really cares for the character, and he even gave him some life lessons and says like, hey, you know, you can't just draw attention to yourself. And that's also Sasuke telling Boruto in a roundabout way, like, look man, you want to be a ninja like me, if you're going to be in the shadows, you can't be the bright light that everybody's looking at, which means you can't draw attention to yourself. So I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about Sasuke's decision to have Boruto wear that glove, and do you think Sasuke made the right decision here? But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Have an awesome day guys.